Guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are doing really well today. And for today's look, I wanted to do a really neutral eye and then a bold lip just because I feel like that's really fall appropriate and it's something really easy to recreate. And you can honestly just kind of make it your own. Like I use the same eyeshadow routine and we'll just change up the lip color just because the eyes are so neutral that it goes with basically anything, which is why I love this look so much. You don't have to do lashes. I just thought I'd do lashes just because I don't know, just to glam it up a little bit more. But honestly, on an everyday basis, I don't use lashes unless I'm going to work and I want to amp up the look a little bit more. I also did lighten my hair. It's a lot ashier. As you can see, it's very, very, very light compared to what it was in the last video that I filmed before I colored it. So anyways, that's just something I wanted to point out so that you maybe, if you've watched my videos before and you're wondering, her hair looks a lot different. That's why. So anyways, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you like my videos, and let's just get on into the video. Okay guys, so I've already primed my eyes, and as you can see I already did my left eye, so we're just going to go ahead and jump right into the tutorial. So the first shade I'm going to take is the shade called Beach Blanket, and it's by ColourPop, and I'm just going to run that everywhere in my upper crease. And the shade isn't super important, it's just a shade that I like to go back on whenever I'm blending out the other eyeshadows that are more important to the look. So, and this is just kind of a orangey peach color. It's more orange than anything else. So now I'm going to take on a different fluffy brush. I'm going to take the shade Fawn, right there, by Anastasia, and kind of do the same thing, except bring this color a little bit lower and go over that initial shade, the Beach Blanket, a little bit, but not too much. It's still going to be there, but this is just going to be more apparent than Beach Blanket. The Beach Blanket shade was a little bit warmer versus the shade Fawn, and then the second shade we're going to go into is a little bit more neutral. Which is kind of what we're going for. And again, I just use Beach Blanket as a initial crease shade, something that we can go back on, because I don't have a neutral light color on hand that I really love, so I just figured we can go in with a different shade. Not a big deal. It gets covered up really anyways, so it's not a huge deal. Okay, so that's where we're at right now. I'm gonna just dab into that shade Beach Blanket and go over in just this top part. Again, that's why I like putting in that first color, just because it's something that we can go back on like this. Okay, so the next shade that we're going to take, and this is a different shader brush, it tapers in a little bit more on the side, so I really like this one. And I'm going to take that shade next to it, which is Conundrum by ColourPop, and swirl it in. And we're going to take it down on this lower part of the lid and then drag it across the eye. I really like having a super blown out eyeshadow look like this. I just think it looks really seamless, and I like the color diffusion of it, so I swipe it across the lid and then build it up on that very low part, the lowest part of your crease. So I'm just going to deepen it up just a little bit more, and I'm going to just dab the tiniest bit of the shade, I believe it's Hot Chocolate by Anastasia. I think it's Hot Chocolate. It might be Fudge, but I'm pretty sure it's Hot Chocolate. And I'm just going to barely tap my brush into that color, because again, the Anastasia shadows are extremely pigmented. And I'm just going to work this in the very outermost part, like that. and it just adds that like little bit of depth that I think just helps pull the look together completely. So I'm just going to go back in with that shade Beach Blanket, which was the first color we used, and just blend out the edges. And just going to do one tap of the shade Fawn. Go back in with that. This poor brush, this is a Morphe brush, and it's just like falling apart, honestly. I need to get new ones. Alright. So this is the finished eye with no mascara or anything. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and zoom you guys out and we will continue on with the face. So I just want to point out the fact that these are little like kitty ears, and I love them. I love my kitty ears because I love cats. That's something about me is that like, oh, sorry, I dropped my brush. I love cats. Like I love cats. I've had 3 so far. Had one named Tiger. And then I have 2 others, and they are just like the best, honestly. I think cats are the best. I've never had a dog, but I don't mind them. I just don't think they're as great as cats. So, anyways, that's a little tidbit. To prime, I'm going to take the Dr. Brandt Pores No More primer, and I'm going to put this in my T-zone, because that's where I get the most oily, is in my T-zone area. And this primer does an amazing job of just like minimizing your pores and blurring out the skin. It is an expensive primer, and like the bottle I have isn't even like the full product. That's just like the travel size, just because, you know, I didn't want to completely commit to getting the full size because I'm poor. So, and for foundation today, I think we're gonna go in with the Wet n Wild Photo Finish, and I'm using the shade Bronze Beige. Give it a good shake, and we'll just apply this to the face. And I'm just going to take my beauty blender and blend it on in. Okay, so for concealer, I'm going to take the ColourPop No Filter Concealer, and I have mine in the shade Light Neutral. Just going to apply that. I'm not in love with this concealer color. It is a touch too light, but it's okay. I just go ahead. The like second shade down looked like it was gonna be too dark, so I just roll with it. It's no big deal. So I'm just gonna take my Coty Airspun powder and apply it under the eyes as I normally do. And now I'm gonna take, I got this in my Ipsy bag, and it's like a sample size version of the IT Cosmetics Pores No More pressed powder. And I'm just gonna take my sponge and swirl it in there and apply this in the areas that I get really oily. Okay, and now I'm just going to take my Maybelline Better Skin pressed powder in the shade 25 Nude Beige, and just on a fluffy brush, just apply that to my skin to set down the foundation. I think I need to mix like a little bit of like another concealer in with the no filter one from ColourPop, just because like it really lightens up my face. I feel like it makes me look a little too ghostly. But nothing that a little bronzer can't fix. So I'm going to take the ColourPop. That's really interesting. I was just like reading the back of like what's labeled on the ColourPop thing, and I guess they only use like certain labels, like instead of making like specific ones for each like highlighter bronzer, it just has like both highlighter and bronzer on the back side here. I don't know, it's weird. But this is their bronzer in the shade Private Party, and I'm just going to use that to warm up the face. This bronzer is like very pigmented. Like as you can see, you can already see a huge difference. I'm relying on this to make my face not look so ghostly. Okay, so now that we are bronzed and everything, I'm going to take this blush, my normal go-to, which is the LA Girl blush in the shade Just Natural. It's just one of those blushes that goes with everything, so that's why I like it so much. And then for highlight today, I'm going to go in with the Mary Luminizer by The Balm. Just take that. This is another really pretty highlighter. I think I might have used this in a recent video, but I'm not sure. Honestly, can't remember. It's pretty. And I'm not like huge into highlighting, so it's not like, you know, I'm not super picky about highlighters. Like this is about as highlighted as I like to be. Nothing like super blinding. Just because like I don't really like it that much if it's super blinding. So yeah, I'm gonna clean up my bronzing on my cheeks with some of my Airspun powder and just clean that up. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and do my brows off camera, and I will be right back. So I did lighten my hair just yesterday. I'm not sure when this video will go up, but when I am filming it, I did it yesterday. And so I went ahead and did my brows a lighter color. So instead of using the shade Brunette in the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Shape and Fill, I used the shade Blonde. And I also went in and set my brows with the Ulta Beauty Brow Tint in the shade Light. They're looking a little warm for what I'm wanting, but it's okay. You know, I might find something later that works better, but for now, that's fine. I'm gonna brush away the baking. I'm trying to decide if I want to put on lashes, honestly. Because I have these. Ah. Okay, good. You can see it at the angle. I don't know if I want to put them on. Okay, that's fine. We'll do it. So I'm going to go ahead and put the lash glue on them. I like to make sure that the lash glue on my lashes are really tacky. That's just something that I do. And since I'm not doing a wing, I use the clear lash glue. Normally if I do like a wing and my eyeliner sticker, I use the black tinted eyelash glue. But again, since I don't have a wing on, I just use the clear lash glue. So I'm gonna let those lashes dry, And in the meantime, I'm going to line my eyes and then also put on a little bit of mascara. I'm going to zoom y'all in a little bit for whenever I do put on my lashes. Alright, so I just take the lashes and I go in, set it in the center, pull that way, pull the other. So we're just gonna place it. And then I just take the end and pull it across. Okay, so for my lips, I'm going to be going in with the Maybelline matte lipstick in the shade Divine Wine. And I'm just going to go in and apply that. Alright, and so to top off the look, I'm just going to use my Milani Make It Last setting spray, and then we shall be done. Alright guys, so this is the completed look. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I will talk to you guys soon in my next video. Bye!